We're live, people. We're live. My name is Alan. Welcome to another Toronto Hoop Talk live stream. Today we got Raptors Suns. We have, we have Booker and Kevin Durant playing our good old Toronto Raptors. We got a great half court offense with two phenomenal bucket getters in the half court setting against one of the most difficult half court offenses to watch. So I expect to watch today's game and just like wish that we had half of the ability the Suns have in the half court. And I know full well that by saying that, I'm setting myself up to come across as like very hilarious if the Raptors happen to have one of their good games against good teams and get this W. But that's just how I feel, man. It is what it is. Shout out Leon, long time no see. How was your trip to Philly for Thanksgiving? But yeah, 0-0. Couple bad possessions for Phoenix, but second chance points in the form of, is that Josh Okogie? Yeah, Okogie getting an offensive rebounding, putting the ball back up. But yeah, interested to see the lineups today. Lineups. Is that the right word? No. Well, substitution patterns. But basically, like, what combination of players do we put out as we switch, as we substitute players? Because I heard yesterday, now mind you, I didn't watch the game incredibly closely, but I heard that what happened is that the Raptors didn't put four bench players on the court at once. There was a cap of three, so two starters and at the most three bench players on the court at one time. I'm curious to see how that looks today, whether we stick with it, whether we switch up the combinations, and yeah, we'll see what that looks like. I know for one, Scotty Barnes is a player that deserves better than to have to carry four bench players. That's not a good position to put him in, but that's something we've done to him, unfortunately. But look, today's one of those opportunities. It's one of those stages. If you're a Raptors fan and you've watched the game so far this year, you're probably struggling to find things that feel good when you watch the Raptors when it comes to like either right now or the future. One of the talking points that I've like always brought up is that it feels like the Raptors don't really have a present or a discernible future, and that's the toughest thing to see when you look at your team. But the closest thing we have to a future is seeing Scotty Barnes, seeing the development, and seeing what he could be. I literally he airballs the three as I say that, but so you want to see at least him if he shows out against a team like the Suns with Booker and KD on the court. You're gonna be like, yeah, we got something. Like we're leaving with something. But if not, man, it just might be sad today. But nonetheless, 5-2. Uh, Raptors defense looking like that at the very minimum, they're at least going to be a little bit, pest like, bothersome and annoying. But you know, you're going up against Booker and KD. These guys can shoot contested pull up jumpers from damn near anywhere and shoot over whatever defense you put in front of them. But yeah, shout out to everybody watching live. This is an interactive live stream. You're not just an audience member, you are also a part of the show. So feel free to get active in the chat. Any questions, comments, observations you might have. Always love when conversation develops with the chat. Siakam, turn around, finishes through the contact, asking for the call. That's a call he's looking for, a call that he would like to get. That's not consistent with how referees tend to call that, but if this crew is going to let him play, I hope that's consistent both ways. Schroeder with a steal, 2-on-1 the other way, alley-oop to OG, 6-5 Toronto. Do I know the entire... Okay, Eric Gordon is the fifth guy. So Booker is technically the one. We got Schroeder on Gordon. We got OG on Booker. We got Scotty on KD. Obviously, Pirtle on Nurkic. Oh, that's such an unlucky possession there. That's such an unlucky possession. To get your hands on the ball like that, for it to just so happen to bounce that way to where a guy gets an open layup off a good defensive possession, that's tough. Philly was good. Them Americans go hard for things for the holidays. Bro, That's real. That's real. Tried Woodrow's, it was good, but not the benchmark. Need to try again in other spots. For sure, man. For sure. Gotta, try a different spot whenever you're out there. Who was it family that you have out there? Like what was the reason to be there? I'm just curious. But yeah, if you have family out there, you have a reason to be there every so often. You can go try different places. Let me know what you think. And if you find something great, let me know. Feel free. Uh 7-6 Phoenix. We got OG driving to the basket, losing his footing, and wow. I'm surprised that either they didn't call a foul and the ball didn't go out either. And it possession ends with a three. Pretty fortunate possession there. KD dribbling to the baseline, pull up. That's a very comfortable shot for him. Fortunately, it just doesn't go in. OG's got Booker on him. OG, this is a matchup you should be able to do well with, my guy. Gets the ball out of his hands. I thought he should have reposted there. Where he was at on the court, I thought he should have reposted as soon as he passed the ball. He kind of, okay, Pascal with another bucket through the contact, no call. Pascal came to play. Family? All right, I thought so. Yeah, then you'll find yourself there for sure at some point. You'll find yourself there. Yo, if the Patriots ever play the Eagles in New England and you're ever down to go, I'd be down to go. Because that at that point, whenever that would probably be a fun matchup. And if you have family, like it would be a good spot for you to catch a game. Scotty. Oh, stripped in transition. That's tough. That's tough. You hate to see it. Let me look this up real quick. The inbounds, OG driving, finding Pirtle, little push shot from his spot. $13. Oh, I totally forgot to share the scoreboard. I'm slipping. My bad, people. My bad. It is also a little bit behind. Another turnover, 3-on-2. Pascal finds Schroeder in the corner, wide open in transition, gets the shot to fall. And the Raptors are up 16-9, and we forced the first turnover. Hilarious thing happens. The Raptors are, looking competent in the half court, looking decent offensively as a whole. Phoenix kind of sleepwalking through the first half. Not really looking like, look, I looked it up. Phoenix's last game they played was, when was it? Their last game that they played was Sunday in New York. So they've either been chilling for the last 2 days in New York or Toronto. So it looks like they might have been having a good time. That's a lot of time off in one of two pretty solid cities to have time off. They may have been partaking in some extracurriculars and aren't necessarily ready to play basketball right now. But yeah, hot start for Toronto, 16-9. First time out forced by what's it called? By Phoenix. Let's look at some stats real quick. Raptors 6 for 9 from the field. Phoenix 3 for 9. Raptors 2 for 3 from 3-point land. See, a little early to get too deep into the stats, but Pascal with a quick 7 points on 3 for 4 shooting. He's definitely the guy that has it going right now. Elsewhere around the league, Lakers up on their Pistons, Wizards down to the Magic. We got Clippers Kings tonight, which is a solid matchup for sure. That's one to watch. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of conversations that should have to be had about this Raptors team at some point. I think the big moment will be there's a date sometime in December and then another date sometime in January where significant amounts of players in the team or like in the league become eligible to be traded, because when a player signs a new contract, there's a period for which they can't be traded. And just the way the NBA goes, like a good third of the league signs contracts, any given offseason. So that is a lot of players that can't be traded until that date happens. And again, it's different for different players depending on different stipulations. But by mid-January, everybody in the league will be trade eligible, damn near. But there's a way it happens in waves. I think the middle of December is one of the waves. So once the league basically opens, like I look at that time when basically most of the players in the league become eligible to be traded. That's when it's open season. That's when business starts in the NBA. And when that happens, there's going to have to be a lot of conversations that happen about the Raptors. Up until that point, I guess you have to use every game as an opportunity to pick up on information and just see what the results on the court tell you about what the right direction is. Me personally, I had pretty strong feelings about what I think the team should do. And my strong feelings was basically I was firmly against making a rash decision one way or another. I thought let the players on the court this year decide your future for you. And I think they've done quite a good job of making it kind of clear what the right answer is. So yeah, I'm at a point where I feel like, look, we need to build the future of the franchise around Scotty Barnes. A quick 5-0 run for Phoenix out of the timeout. But yeah, we need to do what we can do to basically maximize whatever he is. There's no better vision to go to pursue like in the future. Like the other things you could entertain are, maybe you just try to hold on to what you have, try to stay as good as possible, and try to be opportunistic in the trade market, land a superstar, so to speak, whenever one becomes available. That doesn't really sound like a great vision to me. I don't love that because of where we are as a team. Because if you think about where we would have been had we got a player like Dame, I don't know if a Dame trade was possible in a way that still left us in contention. And that's where I'm at with that. Some of the other options going forward are like blowing the team up as a whole. But yeah, I just think that focusing on a player like Scotty Barnes is just the best path we have going forward. It may not be the best one, but I don't look at Scotty Barnes and think, this guy has to be the guy. Like, I'll put it this way, right? If he's Kawhi, obviously that's awesome, right? But even if he's DeMar, that's good enough. That's good enough. We can work with that, Look what we did with a player like DeMar. So we just have to work on just feeding into that, making sure that Scotty develops into the best player he can be. So I think a part of that is like surrounding him with talent that helps bring out the best in his game. So I look at that as the emphasis. We should, try to identify talent that can play with Scotty for a decent amount of time. In and around his age, guys that can play an extended, a good amount of basketball with him, and that he can build chemistry with over the years. And that's my idea of what the Raptors should do going forward. That's true, but bro, I checked the opponents real quick. It won't be next year. It'll be 2025, and that's at least like year 2 of the Patriots rookie quarterback. So, yeah, Leon, by that time, it might be worthwhile. But by that time, God knows what the economy will look like. 18-14, 4:21 to go. Suns have the ball swatted out of bounds. It will be Suns ball. They had a transition look there. That would have been a bucket. They inbound the ball, do nothing with it. Gary Trent in transition, holds the ball up, pulls up from 3. The Suns kind of just like let him have that shot. And boy, he did not take advantage of that opportunity. at all. Durant at the free throw line. Let me. Stream. I'm just sending the StreamYard link out to the guys. See if anybody wants to hop on. But yeah, Durant at the free throw line hit his first free throw. Second free throw with a chance to make it a 2-point game. We got substitutions now. We got Malachi and Precious on with Siakam, OG, and who's the fifth guy on the court? Fifth guy is Gary Trent. So here it is, people. We got the 3 bench players with the 2 starters. This combination is interesting because you clearly have your 1 and your 2, but then there's quite a bit of versatility 3 through 5. As of right now, Precious is the 5. Ball gets kicked out to Gary Trent, who hits a catch and shoot look. Pascal collapsed the defense. Gary Trent gets his second open look from 3, and I think 3 possessions. Gets this one to fall, though. 21-16 Raptors. Siakam, really good start to the game today. Really good start. Making his shots, making tough shots, too. He's not out here getting easy looks. He's finishing through contact shots that realistically a lot of them should have been and ones. Obviously making plays for the guys. Oh man, Kevin Durant had Gary Trent in like the high post area, backed him down, took a turnaround jumper. It's about as easy of a possession as it's going to get for a guy like Kevin Durant. Gary Trent to Siakam. Siakam has like, that's Utah. Siakam had Utah on him. He airballs a 3. Damn. He couldn't do anything with the Utah matchup. Eric Gordon, deep 3. Misses it. Raptors can't get the rebound. It goes off of them and out of bounds. Oh, man. Come on. We needed to catch that. 21-16. Good start from Toronto. Can't be mad. Can't be mad. Pascal has it going. Gary Trent, I think he's hit a couple shots, which is, it's encouraging to see him not look like he's already coming back down to earth. He had a good game yesterday. Hopefully he can build on that and get back in a rhythm. For his own sake, as a free agent, he could really stand to gain from something like that. He's not really walking himself into an easy contract negotiation as things stand. But, yeah. See what's going on, but yeah, shout out to the 5 people watching live right now. You guys are very much appreciated. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on replay after the fact, regardless of how you're tuning into this right now, you're greatly appreciated. And if you appreciate what I'm doing here and the content that we put out on this YouTube channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. 2 very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. So if you want to help this channel flourish and you enjoy what's going on here, the content is free, but feel free to pay your rent in the form of likes and subscriptions. So that's all I ask people. But yeah, I think I don't know if the Suns called the timeout here, but they called the first timeout of the game. I don't think the Raptors have had to call a timeout yet. Even when the Suns made their little run out of that timeout, the Raptors coped pretty well with what was going on without having to call a timeout, I'm pretty sure. I think we got 3 subs off the bench already. We'll see how deep we go into the bench. I don't think Grady's going to play because it just doesn't seem like that's the natural progression after the way his 905 stint went, but who knows? Interestingly, no Boucher minutes. I think if you asked a lot of Raptors fans, they would tell you that Boucher and Precious, like it's a either or kind of a thing. And at the end of the day, from a long-term standpoint, we have a lot more to gain with a guy like Precious than we do with a guy like Boucher. So perhaps that's the rationale there. But Boucher's the guy who had figured it out more so than Achua in terms of playing right now. Achua obviously is someone like is really rough to watch him at times. With Boucher, of course, he's gonna make his mistakes, but it feels like the energy and the effort's gonna be 110% at all times. And of course, like he's just a little like just he's more seasoned because he's a vet. Now he's not like a super seasoned player himself, but he's just obviously as somebody who's 30 more seasoned than a guy like Precious Achua. Malachi Flynn going around Achua. Gary Trent got Utah. Tries to get Utah to jump. Utah stays on his feet. And Trent takes a little push shot from maybe about 7-8 feet away over Utah because he couldn't get Utah to jump and still gets it to fall. On the other side, you got Eubanks battling with Achua. Raptors go the other way in transition. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Euro step from Scotty into the dunk over a whole other guy. My goodness. That was cold. Who got dunked on? Poor guy. Honestly, I want to stop and play to happen. Bro, somebody turn the ball over. Somebody foul somebody or turn the ball over. I'm trying to see a replay. Scotty's got the ball. Scotty, don't pass. After that kind of play, don't. Oh, he's got Utah back. He got the switch. Cook him. Oh, he missed. It looked like bully ball for a second. He put Utah on his ass, just couldn't get the shot to fall. Malachi misses a three. Precious gets the rebound and puts it back 27-20. 1 minute to go. Last minute of the first quarter. Raptors up 7. Solid first quarter, all things considered. I'm still waiting for that Scotty replay. Booker kicks it to Utah. Wide open three from Utah. Misses. Achua with the rebound. Pascal the other way. Sets up a wide open corner three for Gary Trent. In rhythm. Gets it to fall. They said he stepped out of bounds. Or that's a foul call somewhere. It looks like, they called the foul. They called the foul before the shot. See, this is where, man, give us the soccer rules. Oh, they called the kick ball. They called the kick ball on the pass to Gary Trent that went right into his hands. Gary Trent, mid-range pull-up. That's tough. To make that corner three doesn't count. Go back, shoot the midi, and miss. That's tough. Booker's dribbling the clock out. Scotty Barnes got him. They get the switch on to Malachi. Scotty comes to double Booker. Number 0, I don't know who that is, gets the open three. He misses. Raptors will take the final shot of the first. Pascal Siakam from 3, wide open at the buzzer. Misses the shot. So we're not able to extend the lead to 10. It looked like it would have been when Gary Trent made that 3, but it wasn't. 7-point game, 27-20. Raptors up after 1. It was Goodwin. Who is the good one? Is it Archie Goodwin? Who? I don't know of a good one. Archie Goodwin. That's a Jordan Goodwin. I have no idea who that guy is, but he got put on a poster right there. I think Utah got Euro step. Utah's typically the guy getting dunked on. He doesn't get dunked on. He gets Euro step, and poor Goodwin gets dunked on at the rim. That's a highlight from Scotty. That's an all-timer there. That's one of his better highlights. Bro, he dunked that with authority. End of the first quarter, people. Shout out to everybody who tuned in right now live. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. 2 important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. I'll say this, right? With the back-to-back games happening yesterday and today, and the way my life was going, I was like, I got one watch along in me. And I had to choose between Brooklyn and Phoenix. And I was like, Brooklyn, the upside is, better chance of getting a win, but the downside is like it's probably going to be a shit game, and the idea of losing is a lot worse. And then I thought about Phoenix, and I was like, well, the reality is you're probably going to take the L, but it's probably going to be like more entertaining basketball on a basketball court. And like you lose to Phoenix, whatever, you lose to Phoenix. So I'm really glad I picked that game. I'm really glad I went with the upside over the safe pick that was Brooklyn, because man, I would have hated my life watching that game on Stream yesterday. And look, this one so far so good. Phoenix shooting 31.8% from the field. We're shooting a little over 47%. That's a pretty big shooting disparity. That'll even out over the course of the game. It's just a matter of like continuing to stick what we're doing in terms of not giving Phoenix particularly easy shots. I don't necessarily think they're like missing easy looks. I think we're actually doing an effective job offensively. And then honestly, like if the shooting percentages even out, let that be because Phoenix is making shots at a high rate, not because we start missing, right? We're shooting 47% and 30% from three. Like those are numbers that's not inconceivable to just keep those up. So that's, I guess, what we should be trying to do. Malachi goes left, layup. Gets fouled by Goodwin. Rough little stint on the court for him so far. Malachi makes the first one. I mean, I feel pretty good about Malachi at the free throw line. There's a lot of guys on this team that I feel terrible about, but Malachi I feel good about. And he makes both. 9-point game, 29-20. 11:39 to go in the second. Who do we have on the court? Is that TJ Warren? I'm actually very unfamiliar with this Phoenix bench, especially with some of the guys missing. Oh my God, that is not TJ Warren. That's Keita Bates-Diop. Good God, I don't know who anybody is on this team. All right, number 1 is Booker. 0 is the guy we learned about, Goodwin, Jordan Goodwin. I believe 14 is Eubanks, and number 4 I'm gonna learn who is. Number 4 I have to figure out. But same lineup for us, except I think Scotty been checked in. But yeah, McDaniels and Scotty instead of Pascal and OG, which was the original lineup of 5 players when they went to these 3 bench players. So when they went to Malachi, Gary Trent, and Achua at the 1, the 2, and the 5, it initially was with Siakam and OG at the 3 and the 4, and now we've pivoted to Scotty and McDaniels. So, so wait, hold up. This is Scotty in the bench. This is Scotty and 4 bench players. That's interesting. They went away from this yesterday. Going back to it today, McDaniels from 3 misses. Has he made a shot as a Raptor yet? Sorry, has he made a 3 as a Raptor yet? We need to know. We absolutely need to know. Gary Trent, step back 3 in transition, gets it to fall. Now that's the confident Gary Trent that I remember once upon a time. Let's go. Hunting his shot with authority, with confidence. Number 4 on Phoenix. I still don't know who that is. It would be good to find out. Booker, pull up 3. Misses the shot. Keita Bates-Diop gets stripped by somebody. McDaniels gets the ball and gets the ball stripped right from him. That's an and 1 for Phoenix. How does that happen, McDaniels? How do you let that happen to you? Oh, it's Metu. Oh yeah, the Suns signed bare people who used to play on the Spurs, who played on the washed Spurs. They signed, I believe, Keita Bates-Diop, Metu, and Eubanks all played for them. Watch the Goodwin guy did too. That would be a bunch of them. Scotty Barnes to Precious. Precious goes left. Precious misses the layup at the rim. Was a decent look too. Ooh. It's a good play by Phoenix there. Honestly, I thought either Precious or Scotty were somebody was gonna make it a difficult look at the rim, but well played by Phoenix. Scotty with Metu on him. Scotty finds a rolling Precious who. Okay, so Precious gets fouled underneath the rim. He's probably gonna shoot free throws, but like, Precious is an unreasonably bad free throw shooter. I remember when he was like playing well. The year we made the playoffs, and when he was playing well, even at that point, it felt like this guy's probably more reliable from the 3-point line than he is from the free throw line. And now he's just trash at both. But Precious from the free throw line misses the first, as I say. Precious shooting the second. Fortunately, makes the second. Booker's getting a lot of minutes here. He's playing deep into the second. I mean, considering that I feel like he played the whole first. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he must have been taken out of the game earlier. No, yes, but he's 12 minutes. He's played 12 of the 14 and change that have been played so far. So Booker's played a lot of minutes, leads the Suns in minutes. He's probably going to get yanked off at some point for the rest of the second, and KD's going to get to be the captain of the ship for the rest of the second. But yeah, it looks like from this point onwards, we're probably not going to get a lot of Booker and KD minutes. So got to make the most of the second while we have it in this situation, because we're going to get a decent chunk of Booker plus KD minutes in the second half. Booker draws the foul. Damn. Booker with a chance to make it a 4-point game at the free throw line. I think when we had OG on him, he was quieter. Understandably so, because that's what OG does. But yeah, since OG got taken off the court, it hasn't been the same. Nothing has been the same. Suns with Durant and Booker since, oh my God, they're 14-1 when both of them play? Imagine if we get number 2. They're 14-1. That's, I mean, it's tough for them that they've literally only played 15 games together, but 14-1 is a hell of a record. It's okay. Schroeder to Precious alley-oop. Hey, if you all the shit we talk about Precious Achiuwa, you can't take away the guy as an athlete. The guy will always be able to catch lobs. Now, we don't necessarily have the players that make use of that kind of a player, but that was very nice to watch. It also wasn't an open alley-oop either. It was kind of contested. Dennis finds a decently open Gary Trent, and give us the ball back. Let's go. Phoenix cannot make or take advantage of a transition opportunity. Ball flies away. Booker is going back to the locker room. Well, maybe he's just done for the second quarter and like it's not that deep. Maybe he has to just take a piss. But if he's hurt, that's bad for Phoenix. Kevin Durant on the court, they still have that guy. Oh, wow. This is the second time this has happened. A really unfortunate bounce on a steal results in a wide open, easy Phoenix shot near the basket. That is rough. That's 4 points that Phoenix has out of sheer luck. It's a 1-point game now, 35-34. Like, dude. Yeah, it was one happened early in the game. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. But yeah, Raptors player got a steal. It went off his foot off the steal right to a Suns player, open layup. And then here, Schroeder steals the ball right into some other Raptor player's foot, goes right to KD, who just has to pump fake one guy and get an open shot at the basket. That's rough. That is really, really rough. That is not fun. That's not fun. But yeah, nonetheless, it's a 1-point game. The Raptors are very much in the game. I didn't go into this game with like the most encouragement in the world. I'll be so honest with you guys, but I saw Vegas only had Phoenix as 3.5-point favorites, and I thought that was interesting. I thought, what does Vegas know that I don't? And now watching the game, what I've seen so far, it's kind of a close matchup. It's kind of a close matchup, like so far on the court. Again, like I still think Phoenix will get this done, but 3.5 points. I'm saying Vegas. Sometimes I don't see what they're cooking, but they're always cooking something special. But yeah, just as I say that, Aiden just messaged me. He's like, everything points to us losing, so that means we'll win. That's how it goes with the Raptors sometimes. But yeah, 1-point game. Now, enough time has passed. We can get into the stats and probably find something worth looking at. So the field goal percentages have kind of evened out a bit. Phoenix has come up from 31% to 39%. We've dropped off from 47 to 43. They're 12 for 31. We're 13 for 30. Actually shooting very similarly in all ways. The two teams are rebounding similarly. We have a couple more steals. They have 3 more turnovers. Those coincide. We have a little bit more points in the paint. Well, more than a little bit. They have a lot more second chance points. Pretty even game in a lot of ways. Phoenix on a 14-3 run in the last 3 minutes. Gary Trent misses a shot at the basket. Jakob's there to clean it up. 37-34. Kevin Durant. Wow, that's amazing court vision to find Metu, and it's a shame on Metu that he didn't do anything with it. Damn. Was that a Kogi? Who let a Kogi get baseline? Thank God for Pirtle being at the rim to clean it up, but who let a Kogi get baseline like that? OG from the corner, misses. Pirtle fighting hard for the rebounds underneath the rim. Can't get his hands on it. Eric Gordon. Who is that? That's Metu to Kevin Durant. OG on Kevin Durant. The double team comes. Kevin Durant gets the ball out of his hands. It results in a wide open Eric Gordon 3. Eric Gordon's missed a couple good looks from 3. That will not continue the whole game. Eric Gordon does not miss those kind of looks from 3s like consistently. He will begin to make those at some point. As I say that, OG, in a similar vein, he does not miss open corner 3s for a whole game. So I think I saw him miss a couple today so far. Cash is in on this one. Gets a pretty fortunate steal on the other end. The Raptors are in transition. Oh, geez, Dennis with the aggressive shot hunting there. A pull-up 3 in transition. You gotta make that if you shoot it. Misses. Okogie goes the other way and he'll get to the free throw line. Booker is back on the bench, so whatever he went to the back for clearly was not that big of a deal. He's back on the bench and looking like he could check in right now. He looks very, chill and composed. But yeah. Okogie at the free throw line. Hey, we got Scotty and Pascal checking in. No more Gary Trent, which is like not even like, it's not like a normal thing. Wait, Chris Boucher. I see Chris Boucher running off the court. Was the guy on the court? No, don't tell me he was on the court and I didn't even notice. Bro, Chris Boucher played 2 minutes. The guy's getting subbed off after playing 2 minutes. What did he do to get this kind of treatment? These are the little pity minutes. Those are a 2-minute shift. Those are pity minutes. That's crazy. Oh, Scotty hit a logo 3. He hit a logo 3 after the whistle. I see Adonis's courtside. Schroeder loses his handle. Schroeder goes around a Pirtle screen, finds Pirtle, takes his little push shot from about 8 or 9 feet away, gets it to fall. Extends the lead to 6, 42-36. Kevin Durant, baseline, shoots, misses. Dennis Schroeder. Dumps it off to Pirtle. Pirtle throws it down. 8-point lead. Pirtle's doing what he does. The thing about Pirtle's game, and sometimes it paints him in a bad light, but like Pirtle, like his game is really dependent on other players. Like a player has to be playing off Pirtle for him to do his thing, and it's happening today. Like Dennis is doing a great job of playing off of him, and there's a little bit they had on the Raptors show where they were talking about like, they speak. So obviously, what's it called? Dennis speaks German because he's from Germany, and I think they were saying Jakob being from Austria, they speak either German or something similar to German. But the point is like they can speak their own language. So I'm saying that pick and roll chemistry can develop in a foreign language. And it looks pretty damn developed regardless of what language they're speaking. But it looks good today. But yeah, we've had some good Pascal moments today. We've had some solid Dennis moments, some solid Jakob moments. Gary Trent hit a couple of shots. Scotty's had some highlights, but we still haven't really got to see. We haven't really got to see him get going yet. Who else is there? OG hit his shot, but yeah, like we could get some more from some guys because I think basically Pascal can do what he's doing for a little while longer, and then eventually, when that slows up, hopefully Scotty can get it going. And just to let you know, people, full well, I understand that I am frozen. My microphone is likely still working. StreamYard's been doing this random weird thing for like a month now where this happens, but this will fix itself and at some point be unfrozen. But in the meantime, you guys will just have to deal with listening to my audio on its own. But yeah, hopefully Scotty carries the baton from Pascal whenever Pascal stops feeling it, if that happens. But I think it's good that even though Phoenix has put a run together, I think they've put 2 runs together. They had a 14-3 run at some point. It doesn't feel like Phoenix is able to get a foothold in this game yet. That might happen at some point. But as of this point, like whenever Phoenix goes on a run, we do respond. And that's really what basketball is about. Like you're going to be hard-pressed to find a game where a team doesn't make any runs, right? Inevitably, every team will make a run in a game. It's just really about how the other team responds. It's not really necessarily about making sure they don't happen. You just got to respond when they do. And, Phoenix went on a run to make it a 3-point game or a 2-point game. No, they made it a 1-point game off that run. And we got the lead back to 8 here. So, basketball games have ebbs and flows. You got to hope that we can keep that up. Nurkic looks hobbled. I don't know if they called the foul there, but they didn't call that a travel or anything. But it looked like he stepped on something and lifted his foot up like it hurt or something and just walked it off. 44-36. Kevin Durant. Oh, Schroeder got a steal, but nobody saw the ball rolling, so nobody went and got it. But fortunately, that killed a bunch of time, and Phoenix just had to jack up a crazy three to beat the shot clock, and obviously missed. But that's twice now that Dennis has swiped Kevin Durant, right? The funny thing is both times that Dennis has swiped Kevin Durant, the Raptors haven't been able to get their hands on the ball after the fact. There we go. The camera fixed itself, people. I will get myself back on the screen. But yeah, both times that Dennis has swiped Kevin Durant, the Raptors haven't been able to get their hands on the ball. So that sucks. But I don't know where that's from, but Dennis clearly like has a feel for something. Because that's not like a common thing or anything. It's not like Kevin Durant is an easy player to just swipe while he's on the dribble. But Booker is back in the game. He must have just had to take a piss. That must have been what it was. Durant goes around the screen, gets the switch on to Pirtle, feeds Nurkic, who at that point only had Scotty on him. Pascal, wide open from three, takes the post position, turnaround fadeaway, gets the shot to fall. 46-40, 3:40 to go in the second. 7 people tuned in right now. Shout out to everybody tuned in live. Shout out to everybody watching this on replay, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you appreciate what's going on. And I appreciate these Scotty dimes in transition. But OG, another dime. The first dime wasn't enough. OG couldn't make a bucket out of it. Feed Scotty again, another dime to Jakob, this time and one. But yeah, if you appreciate what's going on, make sure the content is free. You can pay me in the form of likes and subscriptions if you want to support what's going on. Likes and subscriptions, 2 very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. 8-point game with 1 free throw. Jakob Poeltl with an opportunity to make it a 9-point game, but it's Yak, so we know these janky ass free throws, like, they might, very good chance they don't go in. Poeltl gets it to fall, 49-40, 9-point game, 3:24 to go. Somebody got hit with a tech. Kevin Durant got hit with a tech. Dennis Schroeder shooting a free throw to make it a 10-point game. I think this would be our biggest lead. Have we had a 12-point lead? I'm not sure. No, I lied. Our biggest lead was 12. 10 is not our biggest lead. It's close, though. 10-point game, 50-40. Game, 3:21 to go. Eric Gordon knifes through the defense and gets a layup at the rim. Siakam backing down Utah, finds Dennis open from 3, reposts. Dennis gets him the ball back. Again, another shot through contact in that area of the court. No call, but this time he misses. Aggressive at the point of attack with Utah, and he fouls him. You could tell Pascal was frustrated there. And I think I don't think one miss is the source of the frustration. I think it's the compounding instances where he gets hit and doesn't get a foul called that frustrated him. And now, like, a player like Yuta Watanabe, who you don't have to be particular, like, you can just play solid defense and you'll shut him down, but extra aggressive at the point of attack, can't get a steal. So he inevitably fouls Utah. Utah makes his first free throw. I didn't know Phoenix was in the bonus, so that makes the aggression extra worse, but Utah, gives a point back, missing the second free throw. So it's 50-43 now, 2:48 to go. Dennis knifing through the defense, getting an open layup, 52-43. Booker with the ball, OG guarding him. Oh my God. OG just blocked Booker in the mid range. That is not something that happens. And then Pascal gets the and one the other way. Highlights both ways, people. That I don't think, like, here's the thing. You might just look at that block and just see like, oh, a player got shot blocked. No, Booker is not a player. Like, that's a rare thing to happen. Normally, mid-range jumpers don't get blocked. Guys like Devin Booker, their mid-range jumpers do not get blocked. That is OG just making an elite play defensively that only elite defenders can make. Like, random guys you'll never find a random guy blocking a shot like that. And then Pascal goes the other way and finally gets the and one that he's deserved. There's about 3 instances I can count off the top of my head where he deserved to get a foul call on a shot that he made, and for it to be an and one where he just didn't get the call. But he did there, people. He did there. And he made it a 12-point game, which was only momentary because Phoenix just got a bucket. But 2:08 to go, 10-point game. Miss from Dennis, pull up from the mid-range. Scotty Barnes, a little aggressive with Durant in transition. Durant just one dribble, gets right around him and dunks the ball at the rim. Scotty finds Jakob. OG with Kevin Durant on him. Sidestep, jumper, misses. Rough possession there. Didn't really feel like anything was opening up. OG just takes a bad, it wasn't the worst shot. Just like not a shot that you see OG take and make at a high rate. And yeah, we can't get the offensive rebound. Durant coming around the screen, Scotty on him. Nurkic posting up Pirtle. Oh my God. They just let him body Pirtle like that, turn around and dunk the ball and flex on us. Nah, Pirtle, you can't take that. You can't take that. You need your get back after that. Pascal to OG. OG. Euros. Layup at the basket. Please don't tell me they called the foul before that. That's continuation. Good stuff. Good stuff. And it was Nurkic that got called with that too. He deserves that after what happened on the other end of the court. Booker playing pylon defense. OG at the free throw line. 58 seconds to go. Chance to make it a 9-point game. Achua checking in for Pirtle with 58 seconds to go. Vital, like just little adjustment with 58 seconds to go. Couldn't just roll with what we had out there. Needed a switch up. Oh, never mind. Phoenix made a sub too. That was probably just a response. They're probably just going minute for minute. Like Pirtle will play the Nurkic minutes and Achua will play the Eubanks minutes. Oh, Scotty cut when Pascal expected him to stay there. The turnover results in a wide open corner 3 from Utah, who misses it. But man, Kevin Durant's under the basket rebounding against 3 Raptors and we fouled him. I don't know if that, like, I didn't see enough of what happened to see whether that's a foul or not. But like, if that's a real foul, that's terrible because you got 3 Raptors there. You guys should not have to foul him to get that rebound. And his free throws for Kevin Durant too. Like, this is automatic. This is automatic stuff right here. Damn. Tough. So between the turnover on the transition look and then getting the stop, well, Utah missing and then giving up free throws there. Really, 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 really unfortunate end to the second so far. Raptors will probably take their last shot of the half. Pascal with Durant on him. Handoff to OG. The defenders switch, so now Pascal has Gordon on him in the corner. OG is found wide open from 3, hits the shot to go with 9.6. We hit 60 points, people, 60 to 51. Booker getting up the court will probably take the last shot. Oh, that's a bullshit call right there. They got to review that. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not that deep. It's 2 free throws at the end of the second. But Booker loses his handle, like, gets the ball. Precious, I thought he got ball there. Precious jumps because, of course you jump with 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Booker tries to shoot while he's on his way down. I thought Precious got the top of the ball. Inevitably, they don't think he did. And we'll see what happens when they replay this. Now, I don't know if Darko has to challenge this or because it's so late in the half that this is automatic. But, yeah, this is being reviewed. 2.4 to go. We will not be going to halftime momentarily. They will have to do this replay. You know this shit takes a long time. This is indeed a Darko challenge. So this, while it may not seem like the most high leverage situation, because this isn't about foul trouble or this isn't about a win or lose situation, but maybe Darko looks at this like crucial momentum and he doesn't want, Booker to make this a 7-point game going into halftime. Or maybe this is just Darko genuinely thinks that's not a call and a foul, and we should just, get this one corrected because it's clearly wrong. Which, to be honest, I genuinely think Precious got the top of the ball. Seeing a replay of this OG 3. What is OG shooting from 3 today? It looks like one of the better OG days. OG, 2 for 4 from 3. You take that. You take 50% every time. I can't lip read the ref. I don't know if this is a successful or unsuccessful challenge, but by the look on Booker's face, it looks like they reversed it. But from where Precious is walking, it looks like he's walking to that side of the court. No, this is the free throw lineup. So, yeah, this is how they line up for free throws. So, Booker shooting free throws. That challenge is just wasted for no reason. Booker makes the first one. You can just close your eyes and turn around or just do whatever you need to do. Get up, use the washroom, go get a drink or something. He's making the second free throw. Puts it down. 7-point game. 2.4 to go. Scotty playing quarterback. Throws it like an American football to OG. Durant breaks it up like a free safety. Ball goes to OG. Gets it up. That probably would have been late regardless. Yeah. But 7-point game. 60 to 53. We are going into halftime. Good first half. I can't sit here and act like I have too much to complain about. This is an all-around good performance. You got 3 guys in double digits already. OG with 10, Pascal with 14, Pirtle with 11. Shooting the ball decently, 50% from the field or 49%, 35% from 3. Not a ridiculous amount of turnovers, competitive on the glass. Really nothing to complain about. Obviously, you just hope that this play carries over. Like I said, I think it looks like Phoenix, they kind of sleepwalked through the first half. But we're not making it easy for them to get back into the game, which is the positive, right? We're not just handing them opportunities to get momentum and kind of get in the swing of things. They didn't show up like a serious team today. And we're not really giving them opportunities to get their footing and figure it out. So that's good. But yeah, we're at halftime, people. I'll, I guess, talk a little bit more about the first half and then a little bit about what's going on in the rest of the NBA in a bit, but I'm going to take a short break. You guys bear with me. I will be back on the stream probably in 5 minutes or so. Go, bathroom break, get some water. But then while I'm gone, shout out to the people watching this live. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The content is free, but feel free to pay me in the form of likes and subscriptions. Likes and subscriptions are two very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. So if you want to support me and you appreciate what I do, that's the way you can do it. And on that note, I will be back, people. I will be We're back. We're back. We're back. What was I gonna say? I was looking at the scores of games that are happening today that aren't this game. The Lakers are up 25 on the Pistons, which you might look at and say that's par for the course. That's standard Pistons stuff, right? But the Pistons, I saw a tweet while I was checking the scores. 4 of their last 5 games have been blowout losses. The team is 2 and something ridiculous. I wonder what the incentives are in Monty Williams' deal to get to that 100 mil. Because that's the contract he signed. He signed a $72 million contract with incentives that could take it up to 100 mil. Detroit put a huge sum of money on the table to entice Monty Williams to coach the Pistons. And I'd really love to know what those incentives are because it has been a train wreck so far. It has been a disaster. So yeah, it'd be curious to see if he can turn things around when that happens, and if at the end of his contract, Detroit feels like they got good return on investment. Now, $72 million is like that's historical money for a coach. You can't say that he should have to do historical things as the Pistons head coach for you to feel like that money is worth it. They paid the money to him because nobody wants to go to Detroit to coach a bad team. So they had to, part with that kind of money. But like, I would say if he can restore them to like a playoff team, you got what you were trying to get when you paid him. But it'll be interesting to see whether he can do it. I don't know for sure. I really don't. We got the start of the third quarter. Dennis dribbling the ball up the court. We got Pirtle. Again, pick and roll with Dennis and Pirtle. Good open look. Like when Pirtle has a guy that's, feeding him good looks, he's capable of having these kind of games. Devin Booker. OG on him to get the switch Pirtle onto OG. The roll man sets up a wide open 3 for Durant, who misses. Rebound goes out of bounds. Toronto basketball. A little bit lucky there. A little bit lucky with Durant missing the 3 and with the rebound just happening to bounce off of Nurkic instead of Pirtle. A couple of those bounces went Phoenix's way in the first half, so it's good to see Toronto get a bounce like that. Scotty Barnes has a Kogi, backs him down to his spot, just can't get the shot to fall. But that's his spot, though. Kogi could not stop him from getting to a spot. He just could not get the shot to fall. And then on the other side, Scotty doing a great job of deflecting a pass that probably finds an open three-point shooter if he doesn't deflect it. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 62-53. 10:50 to go in the third. Ooh, Scotty got. He got there. He got. Yeah. Durant takes a step towards the ball. Scotty thinks he's going out to get it, and KD just hit him with a back cut, wide open dunk. Now they get an open 3 from Gordon. Like again, can't bank on him missing those. We cannot bank on him missing those. OG was late to contest there, and Durant just takes a foul after getting beat to stop a layup. And Booker is now limping off the court onto the bench. It looks like one of his feet are giving him a problem. And, it looks like he may have stepped on Dennis Schroeder and turned an ankle or something. For those of you who may not be familiar, Booker missed, I think, a couple weeks after injuring his foot on the opening night. So if that's that injury, that's tough. But he's no longer on the court. Kevin Durant finds Nurkic as a roller, leans into Scotty Barnes, gets a good look, misses. Ball finds Eric Gordon. Again, wide open 3 from Eric Gordon. inevitably one of those was going to fall at some point. 4-point game, 62-58. It looks like Booker hasn't left the bench. He just tied up his shoe. He's grimacing in pain a little bit, but if he hasn't gone back to the locker room, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. May have just been a basic ankle turn. Probably was just something of that effect. Yeah, 4-point game. I feel like a lot has happened in the Suns' favor, and like literally the last minute, it was all good before that, but then a little 5-0 run. Now all of a sudden, 9-point lead goes to 4, and things don't feel as safe. But nonetheless, we're still in this. I think we finally had to take a timeout to stop the game. I don't know if we actually had to take a timeout like that. I feel like whenever the Suns made a run, we just responded without a timeout. But Darko wants to look at things again. I think we took a timeout when it was a 1-point game. I think at 35-34 or something. Scotty 1 for 5 from the field today. We need more. Dennis is 2 for 7. Those are the guys that are really just shooting it, are having bad shooting days. We need more from them. We definitely need more from them. Man. See what Twitter's saying about this game. Yeah, they're showing the Devin Booker ankle turn again now. Visibly in pain on the bench, but he just walked to the locker room. Or is that him walking to the locker room in the first half? Yeah, Book turned his ankle again. Looks like it will be Kevin Durant leading the way for the Suns the rest of the way. Pirtle as a roll man tries to find Dennis, tries to squeeze a tight pass in there. Wasn't a lot of space. Pascal has to take a bad shot at the end of the shot clock, gets bailed out by a foul. It was just a well-defended pick and roll by Phoenix. Truthfully, like they just did a very good job. Pirtle didn't really have the look or the space he was looking for. Dennis was there, but it wasn't the cleanest of passes. Fortunately, Pascal draws a foul. We need some free throws, though. We don't need misses. First one falls. Whoa, is that a TJ Ford jersey? Saw a jersey in the crowd. Looked like a TJ Ford jersey. Kevin Durant. Pascal on him. Pascal fights through the screen. We don't have to switch. Goodwin gets around OG, but Pirtle with the block. Oh my God. Schroeder just passed it between Kevin Durant's legs. Schroeder was pushing the pace in transition, sprinting down the court. And when he went to make that pass, I did not see what he was looking at. I was looking at just the space in that direction, and I did not see what was happening. And then all of a sudden, you just see the anticipation on that pass. Went right through Kevin Durant's legs. If I saw that right. Then he gets the and one. That's an offensive foul on Pirtle. Come on. All right, let's see this. Let's see this block from Pirtle at the rim. Dennis Schroeder puts the pass between Kevin Durant's legs. That's beautiful. That's a thing of beauty. Kevin Durant pull up three the other way, misses. Ah, come on. One guy goes in for a rebound and gets it. Somebody's got to get a body on Goodwin there. We can't switch that, can we? We can't. Gordon gets around Pirtle, misses the shot. We're getting a lot of fortunate misses, man. Phoenix has missed a lot of good looks in this quarter. Pascal, again, a lot of contact, not getting the call. They've been consistent about that one. That's happened about 5 times today. And then Nurkic just gets a nonsensical 360 spinning shot to fall around the rim. 6-point game, 66-67, 45 left in the third. Scotty Barnes got a Kogi on him, goes around the screen, gets Nurkic switched onto him, takes Nurkic off the dribble, gets to his spot, makes the shot from about 6 feet away. Naf Bhatia is complaining for a foul. 8-point game. No substitutions yet from the Raptors. That'll probably be coming in the next couple minutes. That'll be something to watch. Kevin Durant misses the shot. It looks like there will be a foul called. Foul on Scotty Barnes by the looks of it, by the way he's reacting. By the way, Scotty Barnes is growing out a rat tail, right? I believe I'm seeing like the inception of it. Number 0. Oh, man. Goodwin, open 3, gets it to fall. Oh, man, Goodwin randomly having an impact in this game. I did not know about this guy before today's game. He got on the boards. He made that shot. Scotty misses a 3. We can't get the rebound. Phoenix goes the other way. Those early shot clock threes, man, they just they feel devastating when you miss. Now Nurkic gets to the free throw line. Pascal has to come flying in to stop a dunk. Honestly, that wasn't too far away from being a clean block, but unfortunately, it wasn't clean. Is Nurkic a good free throw shooter? It looks like it. Based on the first one, it looks like it. Got that one to fall. Gary Trent checking in. So that's our first sub. It looks like he's the only one. So Scotty out of the game for Gary Trent, which is probably happening to line up the Scotty plus the bench minutes at some point at the end of this quarter. But yeah, hopefully the spacing helps. Siakam gets around Okogie. Was looking to pass to Pirtle, but I don't think Pirtle was in the spot. Dennis does find Pirtle, who shoots it over 3 guys, misses. Dennis can't quite do anything with the offensive rebound, and the Suns go the other way. Open dunk for Okogie, 1-point game. I believe it was 68-60. I believe this is a 7-0 run from Phoenix. As I said earlier, runs happen. Yep, 7-0 run. You just got to make runs back. And Pirtle gets the and one on the other side to hopefully start our own 7-0 run. Hopefully. Again, just great pick and roll operation from Dennis and Pirtle. Jakob Pirtle, free throw, misses. Kevin Durant. Goodwin, open 3. Can't get it to fall. What a pass from Okogie. Jeez. That looked like some Scotty shit. Great pass. Whoever he passed it to. Yeah, Utah could not get the shot to fall. Siakam basically blocks a shot. Not quite, but it was about to be a shot. He blocked it before it could become a shot. Phoenix ball, 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Durant posting up OG. I think a missed shot goes out of bounds again. We just don't seem to be able to get these rebounds. Durant is talking. His teammate is trying to guide him away from the referee. He already has one technical. Another technical would result in an ejection. Tough baseline jumper from Kevin Durant. It falls 70-69. Gary Trent goes around Pirtle, pulls up again, aggressively hunting his shot, doesn't fall. Those always hurt. 1 point game. Durant with the ball gets around OG. They find Nurkic wide open from three, and he hits the three. Phoenix gets their first lead in a long time. I did not know Nurkic could shoot threes. I learned something new right now. Pascal to the basket, gets it to fall, 72-72, and Okogie looks like he took a shot to the face or something. Oh, what a pass from Nurkic. I did not know Nurkic was like this. That vision was great, but also just the execution of the pass. Well, quick basket the other way from Pirtle. Dennis comes and picks up the ball handler pretty high up the court. KD with the OG matchup. Pirtle lurking behind him. You can see that double team is in the works. They get the switch. Pirtle onto KD. KD, as expected. Honestly, it looked like he was about to go right around Pirtle, but Pirtle kind of recovered decently, forced KD to take a midi that he missed. There's a foul on the court before the shot, but Booker is checking back into this game. I'm not sure the insistence on him playing, but as a Raptors fan, I'd feel much better if he wasn't on the court. Scotty Barnes checks back in. There's no tape or anything on Booker's foot. We'll see. We'll hear about what happened after the fact, but he's on the court. Kevin Durant, pull-up three, misses. Siakam with the ball. All right, let's get this lead back. Come on, let's get this lead back. Scotty Barnes sends Siakam to the corner. Spins off of Nurkic. Wide open three for Gary Trent is set up by Scotty, and he knocks it down. All right, Gary, we're going to need some more of those. Yes, he did it again. Kenyon, he did it. Yesterday, he decided to relax. Today, there were some brief Scotty with 4 bench players minutes. And right now, it's still Dennis and Pascal. But yeah, we're going to see it because I think the first sub of the third was with it was early. It was with 8 minutes to go in the third. It was Gary Trent for Scotty. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, he's lining it up again for the end of the third. He's lining up Scotty in the bench. So you know what it is? Initially, I was like, I enjoy the fact that he tries weird lineups and he's experimental. But the thing is when you're experimental, you gotta understand when the experiment fails and move on to another one. I'm not trying to see Scotty and 4 bench players. We need a 3 bench player cap. That's what we need. But yeah, we gave up the lead. We got the lead back. Shout out to the 7 people watching live right now. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this on replay, you're much appreciated. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. 2 very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. The content is free, but feel free to pay me in the form of likes and subscriptions. That's what it is, people. I'm already hearing people say excuses for Barnes' passivity by saying he has a back injury. Yeah, I think like speculators like that are some of my least favorite sports fans. Like, we don't need to know. Like, we don't need to speculate on things we don't know. Um, yeah, the passivity is something that we clearly want to see less of. Yesterday was frustrating. I didn't watch the entire game, but the parts that I caught was not fun to watch. But I feel like we're kind of in it for the long haul with just this storyline. Like, I feel like Scotty and his like aggressiveness will just always be a talking point, especially as like he gets better, because then there's like less and less of an excuse, and also just the way our team is built, there'll be more and more of a need for it too. So Scotty and passivity is going to be a dynamic duo amongst anybody talking about this team for a long time. We could use some some good Scotty too. I mentioned this early in the game in the first quarter when Pascal was doing well, and I was like, look, Pascal's gonna stop doing this at some point. We're gonna need Scotty to carry the torch. Or like carry the baton, whatever you want to say. And it hasn't happened. I think part of the reason Phoenix is getting back in this game is because early in the game, guys had their moments, but it was Pascal that was really cooking. And that's what we need against a team like Phoenix. Like, we need to perform higher than just like an average level. But, if Siakam's going to come back down to earth, it's got to be Scotty that picks up the slack, and that has not happened since Pascal has come back down to earth. It's like that. It's like that. Booker steps onto the court, misses a three. Utah gets the rebound. It is blocked by Scotty. And once again, oh, wow, the Raptors actually got the ball out of that mayhem. Gary Trent open from the corner. In and out. Come on. Scotty with a big steal. Precious. I thought Precious was going to mess that up. Gary Trent finds Scotty. Scotty gets the bucket to go. Hey, we got a little bit of, aggression there. Got a little bit of it there. Just a little pinch of it. Just a little pinch of it. Campaign to Kevin Durant. He's got Scotty on him. Scotty, great contest. Oh my God. What a putback from Eubanks. Like, what a play to make. I have nothing to say. Like, we did our job for most of that possession, and Drew Eubanks just makes a great play on a putback. Siakam to the rim. Gets it off at a weird angle and misses badly. There's nobody at the rim to clear it up. That is a blocking foul from Scotty Barnes. We're going to have to see this one again. I'm very ready to complain about his feet being set if they are. But we need to see this block charge call, man. I appreciate the last Scotty bucket, but it wasn't that nice. No replay of the call. Phoenix inbounds the ball. Utah to Keita Bates Diop. Pascal guarding him. Pascal. Hell of a possession defensively from Pascal, but you expect that against a player like Keita Bates Diop. Pascal takes it aggressively to the basket, misses. Malachi from three, misses. Precious on the putback, misses. Precious, oh my God, this is a comedy of errors. This possession is hilarious. Malachi from three. Oh my God. Precious with another offensive rebound. Oh, wow. Finally, the ball went in the basket. What a chaotic possession to watch. Anyways, 5-point lead, I guess. I suppose. If we rebuild, we got to go into full rebuild and acquire as much talent as we can. I'll talk about that in a second. Actually, during the next commercial, we can talk about that. But why are you showing me replays of that possession? I don't want to see that shit. That shit was not fun to watch. Phoenix is in the bonus. Oh, it's only a minute to go. Why did I think it was the fourth? Phoenix is in the bonus for the remaining 106. Keita, we need a missed free throw. Bless us. But yeah, shout out to everybody tapped in. 8 people watching live. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. 2 very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. The content is free, but feel free to pay me in the forms of likes and subscriptions. We need that. If I'm seeing that correctly, we're about to get an influx of viewers. Malachi Flynn. But what the hell is this? Oh my God, this is sad to watch. That gets called as a foul, right? Thank God. Thank God we got bailed out there. These Malachi Precious minutes are stressing me out. Are really stressing me out. I was not confident that Precious was going to catch that ball, by the way. I was not confident. But yeah, shout out to Fatur. Sarcasm City raid coming through. Precious from the free throw line. Makes the first one. Come on, Precious. We need 2 for 2. We need 2 for 2. Friday night hoops. We got Knicks and Raptors. Live stream yet to be determined. 5-point game now. 83 to 78. The scoreboard's a little off that I got up on the stream. 46 seconds left in the third. Scotty Barnes got the matchup on D-Book. They're probably hunting for a switch at some point. I lied. They just gave it to Eric Gordon and got out the way. Eric Gordon gets a bucket. Shout out, Mange. My guy. Shout out to everybody that's here from Sarcasm City. A bunch of you just dropped in. Much appreciated. Everybody tapping in right now. Shout out to Flawless for the raid. You guys might be familiar with me from Sarcasm City. If you like basketball, this is a basketball channel. I mainly talk about Toronto-related stuff because I'm from Toronto, but this is a basketball channel. So yeah, if you guys are new to basketball, if you guys have an interest in basketball, if you guys want to, learn about basketball, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for more basketball streams because you can sit here and talk to us and ask questions and learn about the stuff you guys might want to learn about. A bunch of knowledgeable people that know basketball make appearances on this channel. So y'all already know what it is. If we rebuild fully, we got to see Malachi and Precious every night. You excited? Hell no. 100%, man. 66 people watching live right now. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, a lot of you guys might be familiar with me from Sarcasm City. I haven't been there in a while, but I'm on the NFL content. I'm on some of the NBA stuff, and I'm occasionally on a Q&A stream. But if you like what's going on there, again, feel free to support here. Support the Sarcasm City ecosystem. A bunch of sports-related streamers. Trying to build up our platforms. Scotty Barnes gets blown. Okay, what a recovery. Nah, bro, Malachi, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. So Scotty gets cooked on the perimeter, recovers well to get the block. Malachi gets the rebound. The guy spins into the defender. You don't need to spin at all. You can run in a straight line the other way. The guy spins into the defender. Now, I think they called a foul on the defender, which is hilarious. Poor guy. Wait, this is a tech? Scotty Barnes shoots a technical free throw. And then I think it's Phoenix ball now. This is so funny. Bro, I know, Kenyon, I know you laughed when you saw that. I know you laughed when this man spun into the defender. Oh, yeah, it's Phoenix ball. It was only 0.6 left. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, it's not like we were going to do anything with that possession anyways. But it's just such a funny thing to see. Man, what the hell was my guy doing? But yeah. Here it is. If we rebuild, we got to go into full rebuild and acquire as much talent as we can. So my thing is about like the idea of a rebuild. Okay. Before we get to the rebuild part, you got to look at all the different paths you can take as an organization and see, like, realistically, what's the best path moving forward. I think realistically, from what I've seen this year, from our contract situation and from our draft situation, the best way of moving forward is maximizing what you have in Scotty Barnes. And I think the first, like, my main focus when I say that is that At the end of the day, the NBA and basketball is a superstar driven sport and a superstar driven league. And this whole thing ticks when you have a superstar. And when you don't, it kind of sucks the way it does watching this Raptors team, right? So the whole idea of everything you should do as a franchise should be with the idea of a superstar in mind. So if you look at our ability to acquire a superstar, it will likely not be through a draft pick, because the thing is like I don't actually think if we trade our pieces we'll bottom out properly. Like I think we'll be past the point of getting like a really high pick, right? It's not going to be through free agency. It's probably not going to be through trade for the pieces we have. It's probably going to be through development of Scotty Barnes, and if anything, trading him, because like, cool, like some people are looking at Scotty and hoping he's Kawhi. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I hope he's DeMar at the minimum, right? Like, if he's DeMar, a DeMar can be flipped into a Kawhi. That is possible, right? So we need to look at this as like, forget the superstar itself, but like to take steps in that direction. How can we get the guy we can flip for a superstar? I think in the alternate universe, Pascal could have been that guy, but the team didn't line up. We never developed the young talent that will put us in a position to flip Pascal for a better player. So it doesn't make sense at this point to try to flip Pascal into a better player. And also like in an alternate universe, it could work out differently with contracts and ages and stuff. But like our best chance of getting a superstar is either Scotty becoming that or Scotty becoming tradable for that. So we need to pour into that timeline. And when you think about maximizing a player like Scotty Barnes, in my head, I think about, finding players to play with him that bring the best out in him, or at least are going to give him optimal opportunity to develop as a player. And naturally, with his age, you would want guys he can play an extended amount of time with that are more or less like fit with his timeline. So that's what I'm looking at. Like, I'm not even looking at it like necessarily blow it up and rebuild from like ground zero. I'm just looking at it like, let's try to identify pieces that would be good for Scotty Barnes to play with and be proactive in getting those pieces and use whatever we have to get those. Like, I don't think a rebuild has to be this passive thing where you just part with players and take back random prospects and scrap it together and see what you have. I think you can be proactive in a rebuild. It's possible, right? I think like, it's not that this happened with Indy, but if you look at Indy, like Indy didn't just say, you know what, we're trading Sabonis, let's blow it up and get some random like picks, right? They were fortunate to get like the circumstances lined up for them to get an opportunity to get Halliburton, and that's the best case scenario and like the perfectly executed like it's the perfect execution of what I'm talking about. But like it should be the goal to make that kind of a deal where it's not like, hey, let's hopefully get some random assets and hopefully there'll be a thing one day. It's like, well, let's target what the young pieces are that we could benefit from having, or we could benefit from having, and let's target those players in the trade market. That's what I would do. But of course, armchair GM, who am I? Phoenix hits a tough shot to make it a 4-point game, 88-84, 10:27 to go. Scotty Barnes with Keita Bates-Diop on him. Achua taking Eubanks to the basket, loses control of the dribble. Ball goes right out of bounds. Good God, that guy cannot dribble a basketball. It is bad. 54 people tuned in live right now. Shout out to you guys for tapping in. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't basketball fans. You definitely appreciate it, man. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Devin Booker hits a falling away mid-range shot. Vintage Book, 2-point game, 88-86. Scotty steps into a three, hits the shot. Big three from Scotty right there. Okay. I'm going to wait till the next commercial to go over the rant again. Actually, I lied. In my head, I'm going to sort out. I'm going to organize like a Spark Notes version of what I said, and I'm sure you'll get what I mean when I say Spark Notes, and then I'll get back to you. But Scotty just stepped into a big three. Scotty got the ball back. He's got Booker. That's a matchup he should be able to take. He goes right to the basket, gets a good look, gets it to fall, and one. The passivity is gone. Okay, so what I said about the rebuild is that like the NBA is superstar oriented. The basketball is superstar oriented. Always has been. The goal of everything should be having a superstar in mind. I don't think we'll be in a position to draft a superstar anytime soon. I don't think we have the pieces to trade for a superstar. I don't think we will. It may even make sense for us to flip a player like Pascal for a superstar because we haven't developed the roster around him for that to leave us in a position to be a contender. So our closest avenue to a superstar is either Scotty becoming one or Scotty becoming DeMar and being tradable for a superstar the way DeMar was. So the best route we have going forward is maximizing Scotty Barnes. And to me, I look at maximizing Scotty Barnes as giving him the opportunity one, but putting pieces around him that are going to bring the most out of him in his game. So with that in mind, my idea of a rebuild is being proactive about who those players are, right? Instead of passively blowing up a team, taking back random assets and just hoping it works out, you can be proactive about getting the right pieces. So I referenced the Halliburton trade as probably not something that was intentionally what I'm talking about, but it was the perfect execution of kind of what I'm thinking about. That's the best case scenario, and a bunch of random circumstances had to happen for that to line up. But you don't have to look at a player like Domantas Sabonis and say, you know what, let's just get rid of him, take back some picks, take back random players, and hopefully it works out. No, you can look at a young player and say, you know what, we need that young player, and that's who we're going to try to get with our players. So again, I would like our rebuild to look like, let's look at pieces that are right, or we identify as good pieces to play alongside Scotty Barnes for an extended period of time to help get the most out of him. Let's be proactive about getting those players. That's my idea of the rebuild. Need to trade Siakam, bro. He's holding Barnes back. We got here. How's he holding Barnes back when Barnes is one of the highest touches of the team, plus he has a whole unit on his own to run? But this is such a typical Raptors fan discussion. I love it. I love that this is happening in the chat right now because Siakam takes more shots than Barnes. Achua with a big three. It's an 11-point game. So we got a Scotty Barnes 3, a Scotty Barnes and 1, and a Precious 3 to take a 2-point lead to an 11-point lead. This was a very well executed run here in the fourth quarter. Big minutes from a lineup that has a bunch of bench players. It's Malachi and Precious on the bench. Those minutes were stressing me out all game today, but it's worked out so far. I'm happy with what I've seen. Only recently Barnes has ultimate green light. It's a lazy analysis. But yeah, man. Still 51 people tuned in live right now. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The content is free, but feel free to pay me in the form of likes and engagements. What am I saying? Likes and subscriptions. 2 very important engagements for the growth of a YouTube channel. That's what I'm trying to say. Who is this dude, Achua? Achua was drafted by Miami, then after his rookie year was traded to Toronto in the Kyle Lowry trade. He is a prospect for us that we hoped would develop into something. But it hasn't panned out yet. But I don't know. He's had some decent minutes now. I can't hate. I'm not trying to I've been very frustrated with him for a bit now. He's had his moments here and there. He's the only player of the contract will be here long term, but he can do literally what he wants. Ain't nobody holding him back but him. Are you a Canadian YouTuber? I am definitely a Canadian YouTuber. This is Toronto Hoop Talk, and I'm from Toronto. And I'm doing a live stream about the Raptors right now. But yeah, I'm a Canadian YouTuber. Appreciate you for being here, wherever you're from. I don't know where you're from, but shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I got a guy from Puerto Rico on the channel. There's a guy from Australia that watches the channel. I know there's a guy from Bulgaria that started watching this channel. There's a guy from the UK, a big Raptors fan that I chat to. So I'm a Canadian YouTuber, but this is a worldwide community that I'm building. Hello from Hamilton, Ontario. Oh, you're close by. Hamilton is very close. Hamilton, home of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Hamilton, I don't know. Are you familiar with Granddad's Donuts? Granddad's Donuts, a very good donut place in Hamilton. I've spent a little bit of time in Hamilton because I have friends there. Obviously Hamilton's Hamilton, but like quietly has some decent food plates. Might put mini stocks in this dude, bro. Achua made a fan out of Fatur. People who don't know who Fatur is, that picture is him at a Chelsea match, sitting pitch side, getting caught on cameras. Fatur is a serious guy, and bro, Achua made a fan out of him. But yeah, shout out, man, all the best, bro. See you later. Always fun. Basketball Rewind is Kenyon's YouTube channel. Feel free to go check it out. Go check it out. Make sure you run up them subs. 50 people here. Somebody got to go sub to Basketball Rewind. Yes, on James Street and SGA. Oh, that's amazing. That's fire. That must be a cool feeling, man. I know somebody that went to the same high school as RJ Barrett as well. I actually know somebody who talked to RJ Barrett, because RJ Barrett went to Marcellinus. I believe Marcellinus Marcellinus is in Mississauga, but it's cool to find these connections with people. Because like these guys, before they became big basketball players, were members of our community. But yeah, definitely shout out to you, Mark Anderson. Always fun to meet people like this that have these kind of connections. But yeah, same high school as SGA. I guess you just found this channel now, Mark, but we did Canada basketball content during the FIBA World Cup. So since then, this channel has been an SGA fan channel. Any SGA slander is met with hostility. And honestly, I'm not even joking. There will come a time towards the end of the year, especially the way OKC is playing, where I'll start doing Oklahoma City Thunder watch-alongs on this channel just to watch SGA, especially during the playoffs. Because let's be real, the Raptors will not be in the playoffs. So come playoff time, this channel will become an SGA fan channel. We will be watching the Thunder, and we will be praying to God that guy puts a red and white Raptors jersey on right one day to complement the red and white Canadian jersey he puts on every so often. And also, people, Paris 2024, the Summer Olympics, when basketball is being probably going to be the focal point of the Summer Olympics. I will be there. In terms of like not there physically, I will be there as in I'll be doing YouTube content for Canada basketball during the Olympics. Is this the first loss for Suns if you guys beat them? I think the Suns are on a 7-game winning streak. Yeah, bro, they've won a lot of games. The Suns are actually hot because they were not doing like they were out of the play-in, I think, like in the standings. Now they're 11-6. The Suns have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fatur has it completely right. 7 wins in a row. Shout out Flawless, as always, the man who sent the raid. An amazing support system for what we're doing here. Anybody that's here that's not from the raid, I think there's probably like 7 or 8 of you guys. Make sure you hit up Sarcasm City TV. That's like the ESPN of YouTube based fan content, especially with live streaming. Damn near every sport is on that platform. Make sure you guys go check that out. Raptors need a homegrown superstar. This is the reality. Like, just based on the way things work, like, we're not getting the superstar from free agency. It's probably not going to pan out getting a superstar through trade and still having a contending, like, a team good enough to contend. Your best bet is having a homegrown superstar. So, Mark, I've been saying, like, everyone brings it up at some point that, like, Montreal needs a team, Vancouver needs a team. Like, no. I want the Raptors to have, like, this possession's chaotic. Offensive foul? Dog, McDaniels. McDaniels is getting big minutes, and this is not, we do not need him to mess things up at this point. But yeah, I want the Raptors to have like control of like all the Canadian basketball talent, right? Like, imagine there's like the next LeBron James is from like Quebec City, right? And now all of a sudden he wants to play for Montreal's NBA team because that, no, that's ass. If he's from Quebec City, I want him to want to play for the Raptors. That's how I look at it. So I don't want any other Canadian cities to get basketball teams. I'm sorry if you're from another Canadian city. I know Leon, who is probably not here anymore, he's from Montreal. I do not want to see any other Canadian basketball teams. I want the Raptors to have a monopoly on Canadian basketball talent because Canada basketball is only going to get better and better. And I think one day that will benefit the Raptors. That's what it is. That's what it is. Every sport, they got F1, boxing, whatever you need to talk about, it's on this platform. NFL content, I'm on there. You can catch me talking about the NFL. You can catch me talking about the NBA. It's been a hot minute, but I will be there at some point. Kevin Durant, another back cut on Scotty Barnes. That is 2 of them now. He's got hit with 2 of them. And so, at this point, he's setting him up. He's setting him up. It's happening at some point where Scotty Barnes is going to be wary of that back cut, and Kevin Durant will get a wide open 3. And when that happens, I hope he misses it. Scotty Barnes has met 2 on him, gets him in the air, steps around him, gets the shot to fall. This feels like a last year Scotty Barnes game in that all of a sudden now, after like a very lethargic set of after a very lethargic first 3 quarters, guy's coming alive in the 4th. The guy has 19 points. I'm pretty sure he had like 5 through the first 3 quarters. Scotty Barnes looking at Nurkic, setting up a wide open corner 3 for Siakam. Siakam misses. He gets the rebound, passes it to Siakam, who misses, gets his own offensive rebound. We look how much we had to do to get 2 points right there. Look how hard that became. 46 people watching live, man. Hit the likes and subscriptions. We need that. Foul on Scotty. Oh, that's such a cheap foul too. Like, if you're gonna foul a man, get your money's worth. Like, that's such a such a slight foul to take. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I hope Phoenix isn't in the bonus now. Okay, 5 minutes to go. They're not in the bonus. Devin Booker checks back in. Exhale. OG on KD now takes a tough shot. He misses. Pirtle gets called with a foul on Nurkic fighting for rebounds. I didn't see it. I don't actually know what happened. Yeah, he pushed him. Switch Siakam on to Kevin Durant. That's not the worst matchup in the world. A very tough contested 3 from Durant. He misses. Scotty with the rebound. Scotty going the other way. Scotty Barnes. Hand off to Schroeder. It's sloppy. Schroeder gets around his man. Finds a cutting Siakam. That's a lot of contact. They have really, the whistle with Siakam has been crazy today. The whistle with Siakam has been crazy. Yo, this is wild, man. Kardashian balls. What are we talking about? Fator with the madness. That's another foul. Man, Phoenix is going to be in the bonus quick. Durant. Shot over Pirtle. Gets it to fall. 4-point game. 4:20 to go. Man, no more bad misses. We need to take advantage of every good look we get down the stretch. OG, good clean look, hits back rim. Phoenix goes the other way. Pick and roll, Nurkic. Good look from Nurkic. Can't make the shot at the basket. Scotty Barnes in transition. It's a 5-on-4. Nurkic isn't back yet. Scotty takes it right to the rim, misses, gets his own rebound, puts it back up. I really don't know what he's trying to refer to. I tried to understand if there's a witty reference there. He just said Kardashian balls, and it's like I just don't understand. But we know what it is. This is standard for tour business. On a side note, how's he doing? He's good. He's good. Like he's done good for us. He's a good starter. Like nothing special, nothing like crazy or anything. Just good. Like the guy's just a good player. I understand why I think LeBron wanted him on his team twice. I understand. So you know what it is though? Also, random thing because Fatur and Flaus are here, right? So Dennis Schroeder, obviously he's German, right? So he has like a pretty strong German accent, kind of like Jez does. So this man, he does a lot of like Raptors media. So there's a lot of Raptors fans that are hearing him and hearing that accent for the first time, and they're like, "Yo, this guy is kind of hard to understand and listen to." The whole time I'm listening to this, like I'm like, I hear it, but like I got really used to listening to Jez speak. So then I'm like, I can actually understand the accent now. So it's actually kind of funny how that worked. But yeah, like a lot of Raptors fans are having a hard time understanding it when he speaks sometimes. But Sarcasm City has, prepared me for that life. Shout out to Jez. He prepared me for listening to Dennis Schroeder speaking, but that German accent is funny. I gotta get Dennis Schroeder to say balcony one time. That's what I need. I don't know how to make it happen. I know Dennis Schroeder does YouTube. I have to super chat some shit one time and just be like, "Yo, say balcony." I can use Dennis Schroeder ahead of AR. I'm sorry, AR has been underwhelming this season. He's still on World Cup hangover. Bro, do they call AR Lemon Daddy? Like I heard that. I don't know if was a joke or not. Is that a real thing? Is that really what they call him? Because that's irredeemable. Yeah, that's what we need. Balcone. Do you see Barnes as a potential superstar? Yes, but potential is the key word there, right? Because I don't think the standard has to be so high for you to identify potential to be a superstar. Like, if you were to say, do you think Scotty Barnes is a likely superstar, right? When you put the term as like likely, then I probably gonna say no. I'll think about it, but I'll probably say no. But yeah, like potential, of course. Like I think you'd have to actually think pretty lowly of a player to say there's just no like 1% chance technically counts as potential, right? 0% chance is the absence of potential. So like, no, it's not a 0% chance that he's a superstar. It's definitely there. Again, now you say likely. Now, like likely is like, is it over 50% chance he's a superstar? Then I'm gonna say no, right? It's there though. The potential is definitely there. But that's how I feel about it. 105, 101, 253 to go on the clock. People are arguing about a call. That's probably going to be Phoenix ball. Phoenix is in the bonus. I lied. It's Toronto ball. Love it when the refs make mistakes, man, in your favor. But okay, we got Dennis Schroeder going around a Pirtle screen. Gets in front of Booker, misses a shot. We can't see those type of misses. It was Gilbert Arenas. Did he start it though? Because that's crazy. I wouldn't expect him to start something like that. I expect him to make fun of it, but start something like that. 2-point game with a Nurkic bat. Alpha and Şengün. Yeah, yo, Şengün's potential is crazy. His potential is like out of this world. Oh my God, what a 3 from OG. Bro, Kevin Durant with the crazy shot contest. Hand in his face, he makes a corner 3 with 2 minutes to go to make it a 5-point game. Big shot from OG. KD. Got to his spot. Oh, he missed. Let's go. We got guys missing easy shots, man. I love it. Scotty going around the screen. He didn't pull up for a jumper. I feel like if he was in his lazy mindset, he would have pulled up for that jumper. He's got Kevin Durant on him. He gets around Kevin Durant, who tried to get the steal. I think he threw up a lob there. I think that was a lob. That did not look like a shot. That did not leave his hand and travel like it was a shot. I think he expected Pascal to go up there. And Pascal just didn't go up and shoot, or like go up for the ball there. Look at KD's face after OG makes that 3. brother, KD, that's how it feels when you play. Like when you're on the other team and you're watching Kevin Durant play basketball, that's how it feels to watch you make a basket. But I don't know what the hell happened for Okogie to get free throws, but like this shit is just getting weird. Man, Okogie's got to miss a free throw and give us one back, man. What are we doing? Oh, they're getting Pascal with the push off. Damn, that's harsh. That is harsh. Officials has been moving crazy these days. Yeah, man, the standard referee business across all sports, across all countries. I don't know anywhere where they like literally like genuinely appreciate referees and understand all the calls they make and are like grateful for referees. We all hate them. Devin Booker, handoff to Kevin Durant. Got a switch. OG is on to him. Gonna look for another switch. They don't. Open three for Devin Booker in the process, and he misses. Bro, thank God Phoenix decided they just didn't want to make baskets today. Thank God. Dennis Schroeder with the ball, dribbling it out. You think a basket here might be a dagger. Dennis Schroeder knifes through the defense, draws Nurkic away from the basket. Nobody, short of the rim, gets it to fall. Let's go. Dennis Schroeder with the big basket. I think the whole possession, he was looking for somebody to like make themselves available for a pass, make a cut, make a move to like the 3-point line, and nobody did anything. So like at the very end of the shot clock, he was like, I got Nurkic on me. His big ass cannot keep up with me. I'm just gonna go right around him. And look, the thing with Schroeder, he doesn't make that shot like consistently. He has his runs where he makes those layups a lot, and then he has his runs where he misses them a lot. So that was by no means like a guaranteed make for him, but he made it when we needed it the most. 5-point game with 24 seconds to go. Phoenix with one timeout left. So if they have one timeout after this, let's say they get a shot here, then they have to foul us. If we make our free throws, they get another shot. They'll probably have to make at least 1 to 2 baskets without a timeout in these last 24 seconds. So yeah, we're in a very strong position. The way we lose the game at this point is 5-second violations, turnovers, missed free throws. Those are the 3 things that you could mess this game up. Precious off the bench, bro. You saw Precious is one of his like better, like specifically his better like shifts on the court. Precious did well. Okay, Kevin Durant open 3, misses. Precious Achua with the rebound, hands it to Dennis. This game is over, people. 110-105, 18 seconds to go. Dennis to the free throw line. Phoenix has one timeout left, so they will be having to run these full court possessions now, regardless of what happens. So we are in a very strong position. Wow. See, so I lied. He's not shooting free throws. They had one more foul to give. Scotty Barnes gets the ball, kills more time. Scotty Barnes to the free throw line. I picked the right game to do the watch along for. I said this earlier in the stream. I was either going to do yesterday's game or I was going to do today's game. And I didn't know whether I wanted to do the safer stream against Brooklyn because technically you better chance you'll win that game, or if I wanted to risk doing this game where we could have got smoked. And fortunately I took the risk. I did this game and we beat a damn good team. Phoenix's 7-game win streak is about to come to an end. Phoenix, they showed a stat, by the way, earlier in this game that Phoenix, when they have Booker and Durant on the court, mind you, that hasn't happened much, but they've had 15 games with Booker and Durant on the court together. They're 14-1. And that 2 is the Toronto Raptors, people. So they're now 14-2 when those 2 players play. Again, 7-game win streak. This is the team that last played on Sunday, had 2 nights off. We played last night. Definitely a really good win to get. Again, from Phoenix's standpoint, I said it early, like they had 2 days off to spend in either New York or Toronto. Think about having time off like that as wealthy individuals in New York and Toronto. You never know what you'll be up to. They kind of sleptwalked into this game. They didn't really have it going from the very beginning. But the key thing to do as the other team is just to not make it easy. Because, like, Phoenix has the ability. They have the firepower. So that they have it in them to get it going. You just have to do your part in not making it easy. The Raptors did not make it easy for Phoenix to get back into this game. And they never really quite did. Like, of course, they had their moment where they got the lead back. But again, like, that's not Phoenix having a 2-point lead is not Phoenix like being into the game. This Phoenix team, when they're into the game, they're going to be up 20, right? They got it going for a little bit. We didn't make it easy on them. We kept fighting back. Phoenix had a few runs in this game, but every time they went on a run, we responded with a run of our own. 112-105. Pascal Siakam is dribbling the clock out. The clock's just hit 0. The game is over, people. 112-105. Raptors win. Big win. Big response from yesterday. One of the games where nobody in particular took over, but also very few people had bad games. Check this out, people. 17 points from Pirtle, 22 from Siakam, 23 from Scotty Barnes, 13 from OG, 13 from Trent, 14 from Achua. The guys had 6 players that had 13 or more points. That's a lot, right? But of the 6 guys, none of them were Dennis Schroeder, who only had 8. But the guy who had 8 had the big basket at the end to put the game away. So what that means is the whole team, everybody contributed today. It was a well-rounded effort. The team played solid defense. Everybody pitched in offensively. Again, nobody had to carry somebody's weight that wasn't really contributing, because nobody was putting themselves in a position where they had to have their weight carried. Good all-around performance, man. Good response to yesterday's game. I'm really happy with what I saw. Scotty Barnes in the fourth quarter, man, sensational. Pascal Siakam in the first quarter, sensational. Like, they kind of have to. They're gonna inevitably play like that, but if you can get that if you can get games like that, I don't think there's anything to complain about in terms of their fit together. But yeah, people, big W. 41 people tuned in right now. I appreciate every single one of you. I know a lot of you guys aren't basketball fans, but you decided to come hang out with me regardless. That is much appreciated. While you're here, before we all head out, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Likes and subscriptions are how YouTube identifies good content. So when it sees a video is getting likes and the channel is getting subscriptions, it decides, let's push this good content to other people on YouTube. And that's how channels get bigger. So if you want to support what I'm doing, if you appreciate what I'm doing, you want to help this channel get bigger, that's the way to do it. The content is free, but you can always pay me in the form of likes and subscriptions. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned in, because I will probably be back Friday, and there will be games other than streams other than watchalongs. I'm going to get more discussion-based stuff going at some point. I really just I do that type of stuff when I'm inspired. Like, when I'm inspired to talk about things, I'll talk about it. If I'm not going to force it when I'm not really moved to speak on something. So that's what you guys get. You guys get authentic, meaningful content. This shit is not diluted and is forced. That's not what I do. So that's what it is, people. Again, appreciate everybody that tuned in, all the first-time viewers and the last-time viewers. If you're never going to watch this again, I still value the time you gave me right now. But with that being said, I'm out. Stay tuned in. More streams coming. I will catch you guys later. Good win for real. Peace.